If that came out weird, just understand hard work tastes different.
My success is going to ultimately help close the gap.
He turned trauma into comedy. He transformed rejection into a $450 million empire. And while the world laughs at his jokes, few know the pain, hustle, and reinvention behind the curtain. Kevin Hart didn't just make it, he built a global kingdom with mansions, supercars, luxury watches, and private jets by using one tool, relentless determination. But what does his luxurious life really look like? And how did a kid from a cramped hallway in Philadelphia end up becoming one of the richest entertainers alive? This is the real story behind Kevin Hart's empire. Kevin Darnell Hart was born on July 6, 1979 in North Philadelphia. His childhood was not filled with laughter, it was marked by survival. His father, Henry Witherspoon, struggled with drug addiction and was in and out of jail. When he was present, he brought more chaos than comfort, even stealing money from young Kevin to fuel his habit. His mother, Nancy Hart, was the rock, strict, disciplined, and tireless. She worked long hours to support Kevin and his older brother, but her rules, though well-meant, couldn't protect Kevin from the temptations of the streets. Drugs weren't just a neighborhood problem, they seeped into the home, breaking any sense of peace. His brother Robert became entangled in gang life. Kevin's escape, humor. He quickly discovered that making his mother and brother laugh could ease the tension. Laughter became his weapon, his therapy, and eventually his purpose. He didn't fall into the traps around him. Instead, Kevin kept his head down, studied hard, and hustled. After high school, he enrolled in community college, studying marketing, only to realize his true calling was on the stage. Kevin's early attempts at stand-up were brutal, performing under the name Lil Kev. He bombed in clubs, was booed, and even had food thrown at him. Most would quit, but Kevin didn't. Everything changed when he dropped the generic jokes and started telling his story. Audiences began to laugh, not just because he was funny, but because he was real. He talked about his father's addiction, his mother's discipline, his childhood pain, and people related. In 2009, I'm a Grown Little Man put him on the map. By 2011, Laugh at My Pain became a cultural phenomenon, earning over $15 million and proving that comedy could come from the darkest places. Hollywood came calling, Think Like a Man, Ride Along, and later, Jumanji transformed Kevin into a box office powerhouse. And his chemistry with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson became a fan-favorite duo across multiple films. But Hart didn't stop with success. He expanded it. Kevin Hart knew fame was fleeting, so he did what few comedians dared. He built infrastructure. In 2017, he launched Heartbeat Productions, which now produces his films, specials, and projects for rising comedians. The company attracted a $100 million investment by 2022, valuing it at over $650 million. Kevin still owns 85%, but he didn't stop there. He launched clothing lines, a wellness brand, a now closed vegan fast food chain called Hart House, and even a premium tequila line, Gran Coramino, which partnered with the Philadelphia Eagles. In 2025, sources say he's preparing to launch an AI-powered comedy writing platform designed to help young comics structure sets and write routines with machine learning. He also founded Heartbeat Ventures, an investment firm backing health, lifestyle, and tech companies like GoPuff and Pathwater. He's no longer just a performer. Kevin Hart is a one-man brand, CEO, and investor with unstoppable momentum. Kevin Hart's real estate portfolio reflects his love for elegance and family. In 2012, he purchased a Spanish-style mansion in Tarzana, California, with red clay roof tiles, spiral staircases, and a private resort-style backyard. He later sold it for $2.75 million. But the real masterpiece is his 26-acre compound in Calabasas, custom built in 2018. The $5 million estate features open-concept interiors, a cozy yet lavish living room, a luxury kitchen with walnut cabinetry, and a sliding glass wall that opens onto a private resort. Outside, a full volleyball court, outdoor gym, playground for the kids, a pool with a waterfall spa, and a marble-tiled kitchen patio. And it doesn't end there. In 2021, Kevin bought the adjacent $7 million property, adding another 9,000 square feet, a golf course, koi pond, private tennis court, and wine cellar. Together, it forms a mega mansion oasis, private, luxurious, and completely Kevin Hart. Supercar and watch collections. Kevin Hart Hart is more than a comedy king. He's a car collector with a passion for muscle power and craftsmanship. His collection includes some of the rarest and most customized American muscle cars in existence. Each one tells a story, not just of speed and status, but of obsession and detail. Among them, a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro, nicknamed Bad News, equipped with twin turbos and 650 horsepower. A fully rebuilt Chevelle SS, named Darkness, with a 750 horsepower LS9 engine. A 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner, called Michael Myers, pumping out a staggering 940 horsepower. A 1970 Dodge Charger, dubbed Hellraiser, his most powerful car yet, with a carbon fiber body and 1,000 horsepower engine. Every vehicle in his garage has been rebuilt by elite designers, turning them into pieces of automotive art. But Kevin's obsession with luxury doesn't stop in the garage. It continues on his wrist. His watch collection is worth millions. Among his most prized pieces, a Rolex Daytona 6263 in yellow gold, valued at $282,000. A Patek Philippe Grand Complication Celestial, $233,000. The ultra-rare Richard Mille RM 035 Gold Toro, a $550,000 masterpiece. And the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Flying Tourbillon, valued at over $665,000. Each watch isn't just a statement, it's a symbol of how far he's come, from barely affording bus fare to wearing timepieces worth more than entire homes. To maintain his whirlwind schedule of tours, shoots, and international appearances, Kevin Hart invested in one of the most elite travel tools, a private jet. He owns a Gulfstream G550, a $49 million aircraft capable of flying across continents non-stop. Inside, it's the height of sophistication. A private bedroom, a luxury bathroom, a full media room, and an office suite to manage his empire mid-flight. This isn't just travel, this is mobility redefined. When he's not in the air, he's often seen enjoying lavish vacations at sea. While Kevin hasn't publicly confirmed owning a yacht, he frequently charters luxury vessels. For his 41st birthday, he threw an exclusive yacht party with his wife Eniku and closest friends, cruising through the turquoise waters on a super yacht that costs up to $660,000 per week. Whether on land, air, or sea, Kevin Hart travels like royalty. Behind the scenes of the fame and fortune, Kevin Hart's personal life has been a journey of love, mistakes, and redemption. He married his college sweetheart Torrey Hart in 2003, and they had 2 children, Heaven and Hendrix. But as Kevin's fame skyrocketed, cracks began to form. By 2011, they divorced, amicably but painfully. In 2014, Kevin proposed to model and fitness enthusiast Eniku Parrish during her 30th birthday party. 2 years later, they married in an elegant California ceremony, but during Eniku's pregnancy with their first son, Kevin made a mistake that almost destroyed it all. In 2017, he admitted to cheating. The scandal went public, a leaked video, a lawsuit, a media storm. Eniku was devastated, but instead of walking away, she chose to fight for their family. Through public apologies and private healing, they rebuilt. In 2020, their second child, a daughter named Kaori, was born, a symbol of forgiveness and new beginnings. Today, Kevin and Eniku share their life openly, traveling, raising their blended family, and training together at their private outdoor gym. And Kevin's relationship with Torrey, repaired through mutual respect. They co-parent with love and unity. Even empires face earthquakes. In 2018, Kevin Hart was announced as the host of the Academy Awards, a career-defining moment. But shortly after, old homophobic tweets resurfaced. Backlash was swift. Kevin initially refused to apologize again, stating he'd already addressed it. The controversy grew. He eventually stepped down as Oscar host and later offered a public apology to the LGBTQ+ community. The incident left a scar on his image, but also became a turning point. Kevin committed to personal growth. He faced the shame and rebuilt. In 2019, a near-fatal car accident forced Kevin into months of rehabilitation. With spinal injuries, many thought his career was over, but Kevin Hart came back stronger than ever, mentally, physically, and professionally. "I didn't just survive," he said. "I became stronger." Kevin Hart's life is not just about money, mansions, and million-dollar cars. It's about resilience. From a hallway bunk bed in Philly to commanding stages, screens, and boardrooms around the world, his empire wasn't handed to him. It was earned with laughter, pain, and the kind of hustle that never sleeps. Kevin Hart doesn't pretend to be perfect. He's been broken, exposed, and humbled. But that's exactly why he inspires millions. Because in a world where fame fades fast, Hart's legacy is not just in his jokes, but in his ability to rise, rebuild, and reinvent. So the next time you hear his laugh, remember the journey that built it. This is the Golden Empire.